How are you? I'm Jen from practicalbydefault.com, solutions for the working homeschool mom. And today I'm really excited because we're getting ready to open our next Science Expeditions Little Passport box. So this is the box here we're going to be opening. As you can see, that's the size of it. So before I get into that though, I wanted to answer some questions that sometimes people ask. And one thing that I get asked a lot is, first of all, what is the Little Passport Science Expedition box? What does that mean? And so what it is, it's a subscription box. So you pay a fee, and depending on the package you buy, you can buy 1 month, which is just one box. You can buy 6 months, which is 6 boxes, or you can buy the year. So the 12 boxes is the best deal. I think you save around $36 or something like that. The price for one box is $21.95 US dollars. And so that box comes to your door, or you may have to pick it up at your post office. And everything in that box, there's everything in that box that you would need to complete a science expedition experiment, except for household items. So, just for 1 second. Sorry about that. So for example, this was in our buoyancy box. This is a science experiment. It's to show how waves move. And so what came in the box was the bottle, the cover, and the instructions. So they didn't ship us water, oil, or the dye. Well, it was supposed to be blue, but my kids got a little creative. So basically that's what I mean when I say it gives you all the experience. Now this one is pretty basic. You could easily find a bottle on your own. But also in that kit we did paper marbling. And so you may see this. I've shared it around, and it came with all these supplies, with names of these supplies that I didn't even know how to say, never mind know where to get them. It came with the paper, it came with the dye needed, it came with everything except for water and the jar. So that's one of the things I really like about Little Passport subscription boxes, is that everything that you need that you normally wouldn't have is in the box. So you don't have to run around trying to gather them up, or if you're anything like me, you forget half of what you need. So that's what I really appreciate about it. Another thing that people ask me is, how do I work them into my curriculum? Is this all I use? And by all means, you could just use subscription boxes for your science program. You could dig in deeper, you could look up videos, you could get books, you could expand on the science experiments, absolutely. I don't. We use them once a week, 1 day a week. We dig out our box and we do one science experiment. So in these boxes comes 3 to 4 science experiments. Their time varies. Last time we had one that took about 30 minutes, and then we had one that took a couple hours because you had to mix up the solution, let it sit for an hour, come back, that type of thing. So it really depends on the box. I like to use it because we get to explore things that we normally wouldn't, or things that I would forget to mention to the kids. For example, like I said, this one was on buoyancy. So I live in Nova Scotia, Canada, and we're surrounded by the ocean, and there are things that I just took for granted that my children would know. For example, why are boats shaped the way they are? Because. But there's a reason for that, and so we got to experiment why they're built the way they are, and which ones float and what causes them to float and that type of thing. So that's one thing I really appreciate. Another thing is, one thing as homeschooling parents we always stress about is gaps. Oh, there's going to be learning in their gaps. So true here, there are always going to be learning gaps. There's no way possible for you to teach them everything that they will ever need to know. Even as adults, we continue to learn, right? So we don't really have to worry about that, but it's really nice to have a variety to our science program. So I like to use the boxes as ways to touch on things that I might not have normally taught, like buoyancy. We've done, I'm trying to think of the other ones we've done. We've done vision and optics and how your eye works, and 3D and stop motion, and we've had a blast exploring all of these things that would never enter our curriculum on a regular basis. It wouldn't. Right now we're doing biology, so that's what we're focused on. So the rest of the week we do that, and then we take a break and have some fun. And it's a great way as a parent to connect with your kids, have fun, explore, ask questions. You don't need to know the answers, you can learn together. So that's what I really like about it. Little Passports doesn't just have science expeditions. They actually have 4 different programs. So they're like subscription memberships. They work the same way. You purchase the subscription that you want, and then every month, depending on what you chose, something shows up in your mail. So they have the World Edition, which is designed for ages 6 to 10. And in this one, they get to explore a new country. Yes. Each month, and they get a souvenir and a hands-on activity pack. Early Explorers are for ages 3 to 8, and they discover a new world theme each month, like oceans, music, dinosaurs, that type of thing. Science Expeditions is the one I just told you about. It's designed for children 9 and up, and they learn about STEM. So it's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And I believe art, maybe. I'm going to say yes, because the ones that we've definitely done some art projects. So I'm guessing it's STEAM, S-T-E-A-M, but it could be STEM as well, which is without the art. And then there's the US edition, which is ages 7 to 12, and they learn about 2 new states each month, and they get an activity pack journal. So I'll leave a link in the description of this video when I'm done, so you can check all those things out on your own and see which one fits your family. A little bit more about the Science Expeditions is that it does ship free within the United States. They also ship internationally. I'm from Canada and I have it. So yes, that is not free though. You do have to pay. You get 3 to 4 experiments per box. You get a badge at the end, which I'll show you in this one because I know it'll be there. Okay, so let's dig in and see what this one's gonna be. So the only thing I did before I hopped on was cut the top because it tends to make a really loud noise. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. Perfect! And it is bones. So as I mentioned, we just started biology. I do my science a little different than other people. And we don't have just one topic for the month. So what we do is we just switched over to biology. So my kids are going to be thrilled. I'm just taking everything out of the box. And this one, shoot, comes with a little card. So I can go farther, and it says that you can share on Instagram, and if you do, what hashtag to use. So I don't know if you can see that. It's hashtag Little Passports. Okay? So super cool. And that's the box. So I'm just gonna set that over there. All right, so this one is, whoops, bones. So it's really cool. I'm super, super excited. This one's gonna be neat. Let's see. Trying to get it out of the package. And sticky stuff is sticking. Surprise. Okay, so the first thing I'll show you is the badge. In your first Science Expedition box, you get a journal, which I never remember to grab. A second. You also get this bag, and it holds everything in it. So in here we have all our other. Sometimes, oh, here we go. So you get one of these. This is what it looks like. And inside is where you stick your badges. Now I have 2 children, so they've been sharing the badges. And so you can see that's our vision badge. And so they will take that little badge, and one of them will decide that they get it, and they get it. It says bones. So you're supposed to do that at the end of your experiments. We always do it at the first because we're backwards. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so we have bones. And this is, you always get a card with extra information and websites and things that you can go on. And then you get this book. Now this book is like a journal, like a story from Sophia and Sam. They're the 2 characters that you follow and learn about. And they take you on their adventure. And it's like a graphic, it's like a graphic novel, but it also has extra science experiments and questions. So it looks like we're going to be talking about healthy bones. And this is my favorite part. It has a glossary in the back. And so it explains terms that the children might not know and I might not know too. So things like biomechanics or how to find the bone marrow, that kind of thing. And then of course there is connect the dots, and that's really hard to connect the dots actually. And we'll be making a model spine, and how your joints work. And so this looks like it's going to be super fun. I have one child who's not a fan of biology, so this should be fun. They'll be like, no. So the next thing that you get is your little, I don't know what you call this, pamphlet thing that tells you how to do the science experiments, whatever you want to call that. And so it pulls out. Da-da. So there's science experiments on both sides. This one says it comes with a model skeleton and a robotic hand model. And so there is a video. It says step 1, watch the video, and that's always so helpful because that way you can totally see how everything goes. One of the things that I really like about this one is that they always include a box, and that box says what's going on, and then it explains all the things that you as a parent might not know, but behind the scenes as well. And so it looks like we'll be doing those 2 experiments plus the ones in the book. All right, so let's see what's in the package. Oh, isn't this a surprise? Scissors. Scissors are hard to come by. They tend to run away, and then you don't see them anymore. Or maybe it's just in my house. I don't know. Okay. All right, so we have elastics, I think. And then we have this package, and it has all the bones needed. It looks like a model. It's made of plastic. I'm not going to open it up because I will drop everything. Strings. And I noticed that the strings and the elastics are the same colors, basically, so I'm guessing that has something to do with it. You got 5 straws. See, this is what I love. They don't assume that you're going to have 5 straws in your house, which I may have, oddly, but usually I don't. So they just give them to you. Perfect. And then these are the bones in your hands. And that's there. So it looks like everything that you need, as usual, is in this package. And what I like about the way it's set up especially, oh, okay, so see this? It says materials needed, and then the first box is what's given to you in the kit. And you'll notice in this one, this is I think the first one I've had like this, I don't need anything. Nothing from my house. So usually you need something like an egg or water or something. But this one, everything is included. And so you'll see an example of how it usually is. It says items included, and then down here, you need scissors, ruler, and tape. So I guess I better hang on to my scissors. All right, so that's what was in our bones box, and so I'm super excited. I hope you follow along with me as we share our journey on Instagram and also on my Facebook page. And I would love to hear if you guys have done this experiment, what you thought of it, and how it all worked out for you. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.